Let's do some top net trade now with Phil Flynn, a Fox Business Network News contributor, and Alan Knuckman, the chief market strategist at bullseyeoptions.com, ready to go for our trader game. Round number one, not about politics. The election is on everybody's minds. With your many years of experience, though, what is your politics-free trading strategy?
Well, it is all about price, because price is a reflection of what everyone thinks. Now, there is some analysis that comes out that talks about how the stock market performs from August to October kind of determines, or has determined since 1980, when the stock market became a big deal, how the incumbent does versus the newcomer. So it's interesting to see, but I'm of the opinion that presidents don't make markets, presidents don't break markets. Corporate profits and innovation are what America's all about, and will continue to do so. So we've got a strong market right now, and we're this close to the all-time highs once again.
Yeah, but technically we don't have an incumbent, so I guess we should throw that analysis out the window, right? So when you look at the markets, you're absolutely right. Generally, the market seems to give most new presidents or old presidents or reelected presidents a honeymoon period, right? They want to think the best, and that's happened in more often than not when you have a new president. But, then the proof is in the pudding. Then they start looking at policies, tax policies, but you're right. At the end of the day, it comes down to earnings, and sometimes the president doesn't have as much influence as we would like to think.
Round number two, crop crisis. Coffee growers in Uganda are said to be using guard dogs and beehives to protect valuable coffee crops. Are you hot or cold on coffee?
I'm hot, and this is a market we've talked about many times on the show over the last couple of years. We have one of the tightest coffee crops probably in history. Some people blame climate change. We've definitely had some weather issues in Brazil. We've definitely had some concerns about drought and frost. But right now we have a record low crop, both of Arabica, which is the higher quality beans, and the Robusta, the lower quality beans. The key thing here has been demand. We drink coffee more than we have before. And so when the demand continues to stay high, when prices go up, that's an amazing recipe for these prices to go high. Could we hit $4 on the futures? I think we could.
And if you look at technically, if you just look at the price, we've had a V recovery. If we take out this 250 here from the 2022 top, then that target's 350. It's 40% up above, maybe not quite to $4, but there's always price pop potential in any commodity. And they can get valuable very quickly, especially something that's only grown regionally, can't be grown around the world. Like cocoa is an example. It went from 2,000 to 10,000, and it's still holding its prices at 7,500. I like sugar. I think sugar is a good risk reward. Sugar goes in your coffee. We're seeing, a little bit of shift in sugar because of oil prices down, and therefore ethanol demand down, and then they don't make as much sugar ethanol. So let's see if that snaps back. And I think sugar has a great risk reward as well to go with your coffee.
Well, if you're going to put in mixers, I'd add milk to that. It looks like the milk market has bottomed as well.
Here's your round number three now. Boeing banish. It has been suggested that Boeing should be removed from the Dow. Is Boeing a buy as the Dow flies high?
Well, Boeing is consolidating between 150 and 200 since April. A breakout, a move above 175 since it's a 200, a breakout since it's a 250. So it's got a lot of upside potential because no one's in favor of it, and we're trading about 160 now. But I'm going to take the trade from Phil right now. As far as a Dow stock, 6 of the Dow 30 stocks are negative on the year. The Dow itself is up 17% versus the S&P up 25%. It's got more upside. And of those 6 negative stocks, the one with a PE of 11 is our old friend Chevron. I think Chevron down here at 1-year lows from a risk reward standpoint. I don't think the oil companies forgot how to make money.
Yeah, it's kind of a sad, you get a company like Boeing, that really was, America, right? I mean, that's what it was all about.
They were flying high.
It was. And then, of course, you have U.S. Steel now. That used to be a big part of the Dow. That used to be America. And it shows you how the economy can change and how dynamics change and how economies move and all of that. So really, you want to find, for the Dow, what is going to be the next, hot sector. And you kind of go to artificial intelligence. That is the new U.S. Steel. That is, the new Boeing.
On to that bonus round question, what is the happiest state in America?
Okay, happy state. I would have to say Hawaii. I'd be pretty happy in Hawaii.
I'm going to go with California happy cows.
Phil, you are this week's winner. The answer is Hawaii, and we are so happy to be on the air on KHON. Aloha. We go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.